If this is your first time here, just want to thank you for joining us. And I do these moto vlogs about once a week, sometimes twice a week, where I just talk about a variety of different topics. It's a little cool this morning. It is 56 degrees and there's a little breeze out, so that makes it a little cooler. And it's still a nice day for riding, though. It's going to get up in the 70s today, so it should be a beautiful day for riding. I'm actually going with the wind right now a little bit, so that helps. But what's the weather like in your area? Are you able to ride this time of year? We've been very lucky. We've had kind of an extended fall, and I hope it stays, because I've got a couple of installation video jobs I've got coming up, and my garage is not heated, so I'm hoping it doesn't get too cold out in that garage. I do have a little space heater thing that I use, but it doesn't do a great job, but it helps a little bit. But there is some interesting things that I've seen lately on some of the new motorcycles that are coming out, and I'm kind of curious how this relates to the Honda Goldwing, and if Honda will respond with updating the Goldwing with some of these features I'm seeing coming down on other motorcycles. Most notably, I think, is the new BMW R1200 RT, which they have redesigned, restyled. It's a pretty bike. And in 2021, it now has adaptive cruise control. Actually has a little radar sensor in the front of the bike. And I know a couple of you have emailed me and asked me if Honda's planning on adding adaptive cruise control. I don't think BMW calls it that, but that's what it is. They call it radar cruise control. And even Ducati on their new 2021 Multistrada V4 has radar or adaptive cruise control, and they also have a radar detector in the back of the bike as well. And I think that is to kind of notify you if somebody's coming up on you from behind very rapidly. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but they have radar detectors in the front and the back. And it would be interesting to know if Honda has any plans in the future to add this capability to the Honda Goldwing. You know, I consider this to be one of, if not the most advanced motorcycles on the market today, and it is certainly the flagship for Honda. And I think it's the model where Honda wants to be able to show off all of the technology that's possible on two wheels. So it stands to reason that maybe it won't be another 15 or 18 years before we see a new model per se, or I should say maybe it will be 15 or 18 years before we see a new model, but we might see a refreshed or an updated model, because these new technologies are advancing so rapidly. I just don't think Honda can really wait. They really waited too long to come out with this particular Goldwing to compete with some of the technology that's out there on other motorcycles. So I'm hoping that Honda will be able to address some of this new technology that other manufacturers, I think KTM is even also working on adaptive cruise control for their higher end sport touring bikes, or maybe their adventure bikes. So what are your thoughts on that? Is adaptive cruise control, radar cruise control, whatever you want to call it, is that something that would interest you? Now there's something else this new BMW has also that's kind of interesting. This new R1200 RT. They have a little compartment in the fairing or in the shelter for your cell phone, where you plug it in for your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay.